I mean, we never actually talked about the Jrue Holiday to the Celtics situation. And as a Celtics fan, I'm trying to like sort through my emotions and figure out everybody seems to think this is an amazing, amazing thing. I think it's great. I'm gonna miss Robert Williams. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, I mean, look, I was pretty tough on Joe Cronin last week. I said unless a lot of people
Yeah.
forget this part, unless we see what happens with what they do with Jrue Holiday. And they did something with Jrue Holiday, and I'd be the first to say, look, man, I thought the Celtics way overpaid. And kudos to Joe Cronin and that Portland staff for getting value
Yeah.
for Jrue Holiday like that. Two first round picks, one that's top five protected pretty much from Golden State, and the other one's unprotected. And then two rotation really good NBA players. I mean, Brogdon was
Yeah.
sixth man of the year, and Robert Williams. I mean, for all the injuries and missed time in the regular season, in the playoffs, he's been so key for the Celtics these last three seasons, really. So, yeah, I thought Portland did great from Boston's perspective. Look, I'm consistent on this. I think a lot of people are excited about Jrue Holiday because he's number one. He was a great player at one point. He was an elite defensive player and a pretty good offensive player at one point. But I think that point is we're past it.
Okay.
And people like scrapbooks. They like it's like when Carmelo Anthony went to the Lakers and when Carmelo Anthony went to the Blazers. Like I'm not talking about Carmelo Anthony's career. I'm just telling you right now, Carmelo Anthony is not the guy that you saw in New York and in Denver. And the same thing here. I don't think this is the same Jrue Holiday that we saw in New Orleans locking up Damian Lillard and in that playoff series. I think this is an older guy who um I think he's still a very good defensive player, but he's not quite the defensive player he once was. And offensively, I don't think he's a great decision maker. And I thought that was something that the Celtics really needed. They needed
Yeah.
a pure point guard, and they still don't have one of those.
Yeah. Especially too, because Porzingis is just gonna be injured all the time. Well, I mean, shout out to the Blazers though.